Currently, the law states in England you can get a piercing at any age without parental consent. However, many salons will impose their own age restrictions, whilst in Scotland, parents have to give permission to any child under 16. So should teenagers have to ask permission from their parents before they get various piercings done? I mean, Linda,
well, I'm really lucky because I've got 3 kids and none of them have had any piercings.
Yeah, but any body-altering type issues, how do you feel?
I feel lucky that they've not had tattoos. I think all these things, like your daughter's just had a piercing, hasn't she, Maddie? And she looks lovely with it, but she's a young girl, and you just think when you get to a bit older, like my age, 63 or 64, and you've got piercings in your nose and piercings in your cheeks, tattoos everywhere, it doesn't work then, does it? I'd be really, really upset if one of my kids got any of those. And the worst thing is cosmetic surgery. If they had that done, then I think I'd close the door and say, you're not coming in, because both my girls have spoke about having their lips done. And I think, like, when I see a lot of the actresses on television now, presenters or whatever, with their lips done, I go, why have you done that? You had a beautiful face. Why have you done that to yourself?
So you'd really be angry?
I'd be really angry, honestly. I've warned the girls. I said, you're not coming round. You're not coming round my house no more.
To that? I don't think so.
I don't think I will, but... She's already
parent is there.
I'll be seeing my grandchildren if I say that.
You're putting the boundaries out,
yeah,
though.
I'm putting the boundaries out. I'd be really, really upset if they did. I mean, I don't mind normal ear piercing, but the rest of your body, like nipples and all... Louis went with his friend to have a nipple pierced, and he said, I've never heard a scream like it. Honestly, it must have been so painful. Yeah. Look at me holding it now.
It's certainly not for everybody. No. What about you, Nadia? How would you feel with it?
Maddie's had her belly done. She's just had her eyebrow done. She's got her nose done. Gosh, she's actually got quite a lot. She just had her eyebrow done, and I think she looks gorgeous. Look, I actually love... And she's very edgy anyway, Maddie. You know, she wears lots of rings. Since she was tiny, she's spoken about tattoos and piercings, so it's definitely her thing. But Mark is so upset. And he can't even pretend. And we've got this family WhatsApp group, and it's so funny, because he was like, oh, well, you know, he started sending baby photos of her. And my other child was like, oh, my God, Dad, it's like she's died. And he said, well, it feels a bit like that. And then he sent a photo of her with her 2 eyes looking straight out. And he said, I really miss that piece of skin, that piece of flesh that they've taken.
Oh, no, he really has taken
he's really upset. And he's, like, finding it so... And
it's just a sense of them growing up, though, is that it, maybe?
I think it is that, but I think it's also... It's just that perfect thing of your child, and he thinks somehow something's been done to his child.
I totally get that, and that's how I feel about my daughter. Like, I remember when my first was born and touching her face and her body, and it's so soft and perfect. And, you know, for me, with my face being burnt, it feels quite tough and solid in places, and I'd forgotten what that face feels like and how noses are squidgy. And I was obsessed with photographing her. Like, she's so perfect, she's so untouched. And I think if she did anything to modify it, it would feel so personal, and I would feel so upset. But that's wrong, because we don't own our children. And it's so funny, my mum is such a fan of Loose Women, and she'll be watching this at home shaking her head, because I was the teenager that used to pierce my ears with a nappy pin and ice cubes, and I got really infected on my left ear. I had to go to doctors to get antibiotics, and it left me with a big split in my earlobe, and the sun would, like, shine through the split. And, you know, we have dark sense of humour in my house, and when I got burnt, my ear actually was melted, and I kind of lost all the earlobe and the flesh, and we had a bit of a laugh. We're like, at least the split's gone.
Yeah, that's pretty dark.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
I love that.
We all have our thing.
Yeah, I love that.